Cool FM Live here from our studios in Sierra Vista, Arizona. The man in front of me right now is local rabbi. His name is Rabbi Shemtov. He's the co-director of the Chabad Sierra Vista here in Sierra Vista, Arizona. And Rabbi, you're joining us because we're coming up on the October 7th anniversary in Israel of what Israel is referred to as their 9/11. And you locally, along with some local Sierra Vista area residents, are taking a trip to Israel. Explain that a little bit. Am I explaining that correctly?
Yeah, okay. So let me just thank you for having me here. So we're actually, this Thursday, we marked the Jewish New Year. And last year, at the culmination of the high holiday season, on that final day of the holiday was the attacks on the Jewish people, the October 7th attack. And coming up to October 7th, we were trying to figure out what we could do to commemorate. We pray every single day for them, every Shabbat, during services. We were thinking of something that we could do. So I decided, along with the owners of Sierra Cycles, Mr. Barry and David Levitt, that it would be an opportune time to make a solidarity trip to Israel, where we will have the opportunity to visit the Novus Festival site, wounded soldiers, families of the hostages, hear from them firsthand, go to farms and be a helping hand, go to distribution centers and just help volunteer and just be there for the community. So we know that we're going to leave changed, and we wanted to do something for them on our trip. So that's one of the reasons why we reached out, and we want to encourage our community, those that are watching, those that hear about us and our trip. We want to encourage you to be a part of that impact that we could leave on them. And we created a GoFundMe where we are going to visit these wounded soldiers, these displaced families, and we want to give them a gift card, monetary value of in the Israeli currency. That way they can have what they need, and we could also leave them with something positive.
And if somebody doesn't feel comfortable with doing a GoFundMe, what's another way that they can donate or give to this situation?
Great question, and thank you for bringing that up. So one of the things that we did is, like I mentioned, we're going with the owners of Sierra Cycles. So you could feel free to go into their shop and drop off a donation in person. Share a message if you'd like to leave a card that we can pass along to a soldier, to a family member. We will be glad to take those cards and bring it to them. So we want to encourage as many people and everyone to give what they can. And I just want to point out that essentially a $25 donation is equivalent to close to 100 shekel. That's $100 in their currency. So we want to encourage that even a small, modest donation goes a long way for those that are in need and those that were impacted by the war in Israel.
And how many people from Cochise County are part of the group that will be heading to Israel?
So it's going to be just us from Cochise County, but we're joining together with about 10 other communities across the United States, where we will be visiting as a joint effort to have to go on this trip and to visit these places. Like I mentioned, one of the places that we're going to visit is a farm. We're going to be visiting a kibbutz that was impacted. We're going to be hearing directly from a family of a hostage, a member of a family from the hostages at the Nova Festival site. So there's a lot that we have on our schedule of what we hope to achieve while we're there.
And this trip has been planned. It's already been paid for, so none of this money will go towards actually paying for the trip. This is about trying to maximize your trip to try to make a little more of a difference.
Correct. And this trip is going to be taking place, God willing, after the high holiday season on November 4th. We're going to go for 1 week, and we hope that we're able to leave tremendous impact coming from a small community here in Sierra Vista and Cochise County. This would be a tremendous gift for them.
So if somebody sees you around town, they can also contact you as well too, to donate. Sierra Cycles, and then also the GoFundMe, which we will provide in the link of this description of this video as well too, if someone would like to contribute. So, all right. Well, Rabbi, thank you for joining us. We encourage you to donate if you would like. And any other final thoughts here before we go?
Yes. So on October 7th, marking the 1-year anniversary, we will be hosting a 1.5-hour seminar at our center on Fry Boulevard. It's going to be a seminar on the Torah perspective on how Israel can win. It's going to be a multimedia as well as some text-based. So if you're interested and you're able to come, show support on October 7th, feel free to come. That will take place at 6:30 p.m. on Monday, October 7th.
At Chabad Sierra Vista.
Correct.
All right. What is the address on?
It's 597 East Fry Boulevard.
All right. Sounds good. Rabbi, thank you so much for joining us, and maybe we'll do a follow-up interview with you as well after you come back.
Definitely. Looking forward to sharing all the wonderful things that we're able to achieve while we're there.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Sir.
Thank you.